With talks in progress for the replacement of the I-81 viaduct, bridges are at the forefront for the Department of Transportation. But there are other bridges in Onondaga County that are in need of repair. These are listed as structurally deficient and functionally obsolete, which sound like scary words from the DOT.
Yeah, they do. And they're intended to be scary.
But what do they mean? Structurally deficient bridges have something structurally wrong with them, like rust on connections or cracks in the surface. Bridges labeled functionally obsolete don't really have anything wrong, but if the DOT could build them again, it would do something different, like give the bridge 4 lanes instead of 2.
By themselves on an individual bridge, they don't mean a lot, just because if it was truly functionally obsolete and didn't function, it would have been flagged, closed, posted, something would have happened.
So why use words like that?
Those are really political words used to try to get funding.
Out of the 472 bridges in Onondaga County, the Federal Highway Administration lists 66 bridges as structurally deficient and 113 as functionally obsolete. That's a 41% increase since 2006, when only 39 in the county were structurally deficient. Compare that to a 30% decrease in functionally obsolete bridges in the same time.
I think what it reflects is that the funding has deteriorated over time, that we haven't kept up with the infrastructure.
But bridges in Onondaga County are worse than bridges across the state, with 11% structurally deficient and 27% functionally obsolete across New York. Why is that?
You also got to factor in the age part of it. Up here, especially in the I-81 690 interchange, a lot of the bridges were built at the same time, so they're all approaching that 50-year mark, and they do handle a lot more traffic than they were designed for, so they are aging faster than maybe some other bridges in rural areas.
The American Society of Civil Engineers agrees with that statement, giving the bridges in New York State a D+ grade. And for them, it all comes back to money.
If I was to grade the funding level, I'd give it a D+. But that's kind of what's happened to the funding system. It's gone down over time. We haven't kept up with it.
So if money isn't actually going to fix bridges, where's it going?
They would rather put money into maintaining a bridge, and instead of letting it deteriorate, try to keep it up. Because maintenance is definitely a key to the whole system. If we can keep bridges maintained, they last longer.
Now, most of the federal funding is going towards maintenance. But what's that mean? Basically, it means the DOT has to take a Band-Aid and put it onto the bridge and say, that's going to have to do for now. Over the past decade, federal funding has been cut pretty drastically. Since 2011 alone, there has been a 31% cut from federal funding. After federal money is given to states, New York splits it evenly between 11 regions. How much did they get in 2015?
Our entire capital program, projects that go out to bid, everything from bridge projects to paving projects to sign replacement or drainage improvements. It's on the average of about $75 million.
So bridges only get a portion of that, with most going to maintenance. Salento said 6 years ago, a bridge on Bartell Road near Oneida Lake was rebuilt.
And that was on the order of about $6 million. So this stuff is not cheap. So when you look at that $75 million capital construction for a year, on a rough average, you take $6 million for one bridge, it means you can't do a lot of bridge repair.
Zach Francis, NCC News.